You're tapped into the Travis Mills Show right here on Apple Music. We're in the brand new studios here in LA. I've been celebrating the launch. I've been celebrating this album. And you know I had to ask my guy MGK to stop by.
Yeah, my Warped Tour twin.
Dude. I mean, we go back decades.
I know, it's crazy seeing you be so professional right now.
No, dude, just wait. It's going to it is the beginning of the end right here. We're just going to slowly just lose
Deteriorate.
it.
All right.
Dude, we've been playing Lost Americana on the show. Obviously, it has just been so cool to see the entire world really embrace this project for you, man. How does it feel to just have such a positive reaction?
I mean, dude, iron sharpens iron. So me being positive and not being like so sunken in egoic depression from, you know, a validation that's some mysterious validation I keep looking for. It just feels, dude, like I cut the chains off of my creative mind and my physical body. I feel lighter, and I'm just more connected with my fans and with my friends. I mean, you know, this is me and my best friends haven't made an album together in a couple of years. I mean, more than 5 years, 6 years or something like that. And so it's like we're back to better times.
I mean, dude, I can just see the joy, like in all the videos. You know, I've been following everything that you've been doing, all the pop-up shows, the house shows, the record stores. And man, it just looks like you're having the time of your life, man. That makes me so happy.
Totally.
Makes me so happy.
And putting the power back into the backbone of what, you know, is this country, which is like the Midwest, like the forgotten land, you know, the independent record stores, the ones who, you know, support artists like us who, you know, are keeping physical things alive, like tangible art, you know, local businesses like bars and stuff where people go to like take their mind off of the shitty day that they're having, you know? So I was really happy to go and just, you know, we could have gone and done the amphitheaters or the arenas or done some big corporate version of a celebration, but we were like, dude, let's go back to how it was.
No, you making it so personal makes sense because the record is personal.
For sure.
Right? Like it's gritty, it's cinematic, it's brutally honest, but also full of a lot of hope.
Definitely.
When you step back and look at it as a whole, what do you think this album says about where you're at in life right now?
I think it requires a part two, for sure. Like the way I ended it, you know, I didn't like. It's funny, on the last album, I kind of wrote my own destiny, and I didn't like what I said. In this film, I know there's no happy ending. That was the first lines of the album and the last lines of the album. And then I really didn't end up having a happy ending. I had a shitty following couple of years. And this time, dude, it was like, we're going to be begrudgingly honest. And also, I want to recapture a simple theme, which is a car ride. And there's this I was reading one of Bob Dylan's books, and in it he was describing a song, and he was talking about it in a way of being on the road is so cool because you're not weighed down by anything, even bad news. Like bad news can't even weigh you down. You're just always moving, you know what I mean? You leave it behind. And so this is that. We're leaving all that bad shit behind, and we're acknowledging that it's happening when it's happening, but
the life of a Rolling Stone.
For sure. I think actually the song he was describing was Willie Nelson's On the Road Again.
Mm-hmm. I mean, dude, there's no feeling like it because, when you're out there, you know, you have no responsibilities except to just wake up and be in the moment where you're at.
You totally.
You know, you don't have to worry about getting in a car and driving anywhere. You don't have a meeting to get to. Mm-hmm. It's like, that kind of thing is addicting too.
I mean, dude, me and you've been living that for 15 years. Like,
and then
we both have actual jobs, and we're still like, I'll take this show. I'm out. But I mean, dude, I felt like that even when the making of this album. I felt unwanted. I felt no demand for my presence anywhere, and I was just sitting in the house, and I was like, guys, let's hook up the instruments and make something. Again, it reminded me of Tickets to My Downfall, which was a time in my life where I was like, everyone's wrote me off. And I felt the same thing with this. I was in rehab, and I knew everyone was on the outside world. I said it in Treading Water, which is track 12 on Lost Americana. I said that the public was ideating.
I know exactly what you're talking about, man. I know exactly what you're talking about. I'm gonna pull it up.
I'm gonna pull up my own lyrics too.
You said, I wrote this in room 3, spending Christmas in rehabilitation. I got no phone, just a cell that I'm trapped in while my home's vacant. I'm an impatient, but I lost patience. I just broke something, but I'm fixated on the gossip that I know is happening while I'm just being left out of the conversation.
It's a complicated relationship. That's nobody's business, but I'm in this business. Face it, I've been hiding from the ideation that the public has of ruining my reputation. I was in there just sitting there like, damn, people are so stoked to have any ammo to eat me alive. And I came out and I felt free. I don't know what it is about just being, I don't know. I don't think I'm meant to be this generic industrial pop star that I keep getting led to, dude. I'm a fucking rebel. I'm an outsider.
You're one of one, bro.
I'm done. I'm free. I'm free, bro. I'm finally free.
Dude, as soon as we hit play on Outlaw, like, you and I just both listened to that synth line.
Mm-hmm.
And that's an iconic intro.
Totally.
Anytime you play it, it just sets the stage for a crazy night.
I've been holding that off. Like, I didn't play that at any of these pop-up shows that we're doing, because when I press play on that finally for the first time in front of however many people, it's going to be like epic proportions. I want my guitar to come down from the sky.
It's an ascending intro,
totally,
bro. Yeah,
totally. I want everyone to feel the Holy Ghost when that thing comes on.
You know, you got some lines in here too. Like, all the pages are blank until my life goes to shit. I know I do that on purpose just to write again. And you've been so open, you know, throughout this rollout about the sacrifices that you've made for your art. Has it always been this way for you?
I'm like, that gotta stop though. Because I want to do a lot more albums, and I don't want to keep.
You can't sacrifice yourself every project.
It's not even about myself. I don't even want to hurt the others around me. You know what I mean? Like, dude, when you're calling your daughter from a facility on Christmas and New Year's, it's just not. It's a shameful moment. You know what I mean? And I mean, I can turn that like grain of sand into something, you know, prolific, like turn it into a diamond, I guess. But yeah, I mean, we gotta get out that Van Gogh mentality, you know what I mean?
Yeah. I mean, I think the beautiful thing about you having an outlet, you know, that is music, is that you get to take your pain and turn it into purpose. And you get to connect with people all around the world on a whole different level. And if you weren't in this position, who knows how you would process that?
Yeah, totally.
You know, so something good came out of the bad.
Yeah.
At the end of the day, man.
Yeah.
And that's a beautiful thing.
That was a bar. Take your pain, turn it into purpose. That's fine.
I mean, something that really made, I feel like, everyone's day is when you put out Cliche and talk about like an entrance. No, but you know, on the other side of the coin, right? It's like, talk about an entrance for this era for you, man. Like, it was just so cool. As someone who's known you for so long, just to see how much fun you were having with not only the music, but also the visuals, right? And just kind of like told the world, like, you don't know what to expect.
Yeah.
Like, I'm going to do whatever the hell I want, whenever the hell I want. With so many special songs on this album, what made you know that this was kind of the first one to kick things off?
Do you remember when we went to Warped Tour prom back in the day?
Yeah.
Like, that version of MGK, I don't think anyone knows unless you're kicking it with me. And I can't, like, and I didn't do a great job of being the most authentic version of myself, which is like, dude, I'm a really goofy guy, you know? And so, and I was like, dude, life is kicking my ass. Like, the recession is real out here. I want to dance, and I want to make fun of myself. I want to put myself on display, unapologetically, knowing that people are going to take it left or right. There's definitely no in between. So I also loved, the writing is simple, but I loved what I was saying. And I don't know. I'm not really sure. I think I was also like, I've been saying this week, life's serious, but it ain't that serious. You know what I mean? Like, life is serious, but it ain't that serious.
Well,
So
I mean, music has always been our escape.
Yeah.
That's what we put on when life got heavy and
Yeah.
shit got real.
And this one was like, let's smile, dude. Like there's plenty of times we can cry about stuff, but this one was like, dude, like I kind of saw me becoming an internet scapegoat for I don't know, like negative comments or like someone to go to hate on. And I'm just kind of like, I don't, at this point, I'm like, I'll be your muse, dude. I don't care. I'm here to have fun. And, I'm looking beyond my peers. I'm looking at the next generation of people who are viewing that music video the same way we looked at Blink-182 do all the small things where they're just dressing up like complete idiots and being like, it ain't that serious.
It really isn't. No one's doing that, man.
Yeah.
Like, we're
in an age of cool, bro. And I'm like, what is cool though? Cool is like being outlandish and like, it's why I like raw and raunchy comedy, because if I'm in the mood to laugh, I want to laugh. I want to laugh about everything that, is hard out here. So, I mean, cliche, I don't know. I was just like, who knows? I don't know. I guess the universe led me to that one. I don't know why, but I'm really happy that I put that one out because it started a real conversation.
Now, dude, this encapsulates so many different decades of music in one song, from the tones to the parts to just even like how you're singing. Do you ever feel like you were born in the wrong time period?
1,000%. For sure, dude. It's I don't know. I've also been alive for 13,000 years, so.
Really?
Yeah. About 13,526 is what I'm on right now.
Vampire Diaries is starting to make a lot more sense to me.
Yeah, they uncovered me from a
bunker, a tomb. Mm-hmm. An esophagus. What is it?
Did you see I was looking for the word? That's why I was like, I'm going to let him say it's sarcophagus.
Sarcophagus. I messed that up twice.
Yeah. Warped Tour, dude. No books.
What era do you think you'd go back if you could?
Well, that song for sure I was kind of reminiscing on Creedence Clearwater Revival, Fortunate Son. That's what inspired that line where I was like, I wasn't raised by a millionaire. I can't be saved by a digital prayer. That whole, that vibe was like, yeah, fuck that. This is Monday through Friday music. This isn't Saturday and Sunday weekend cool. This is for the working class, Yeah, that one is 70s. Dude, I would have loved to have been this age in the 90s.
That would have been crazy.
But like, I could totally see me as a crooner in like the 50s. like cigars, cigarettes, whiskey, and like back rooms of casinos.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, you know what's crazy about our generation is we are really the only ones that got to experience pre and post internet.
Yeah.
Like we know what life felt like before being chronically online, and now we see how it is after.
Yep. We knew what it was like to use the shitty dial-up tone.
And if your mom went to go make a phone call, no more internet.
Yep. Looking at pixelated porn.
Yeah. No, dude. Analog porn.
Analog porn.
Paper.
Just
Paper.
pictures. Yeah. Pictures with your imagination of AIing movement.
You have a song on the record called Goddamn, and it starts off with you saying, that's a horrible idea.
Yeah.
On a hot mic. What the hell were you guys talking about? What was the horrible idea?
Dude, I don't know damn, that's a great question, bro. I don't know, but I pressed record because I was like, I know he's going to say something like, almost like daddish.
Yeah, a dad joke?
Yeah, no, like a dad reaction, like, no, that's a...
Don't do that!
Yeah. This makes me want to call Nick Long and ask him. I don't know, bro. Damn.
Should you call him?
Yeah. Please care. Please answer. Please validate my loneliness.
Yeah.
Dude, Nick, I'm on the radio right now with T Mills. Why did you say that's a horrible idea at the beginning of Goddamn?
Dude, I was honestly going to text you because someone texted me about it, and I was like, I have no idea what we were talking about. But I will say you recorded a whole conversation.
But you don't remember why you said it was a horrible idea?
Do you?
Well, obviously not, or else I wouldn't be calling you. I'd be saving this goddamn interview a lot of time, a lot of seconds.
I think that I don't have a good answer, but it's in your Pro Tools, and I was probably telling some dumbass story about myself.
No, dude, you like had a suggestion. Oh man.
I guess we'll never know.
I guess we'll never know. All right, Nick Long. All right, we're going mysterious. We're going mysterious vibe on this one.
Let's keep it mysterious.
All right, straight up.
Oh man.
Damn, bro, that's a great question, dude.
We're just gonna leave him hanging for the next time that we sit down.
Yeah.
You know, we could circle back to this.
I'll have that answer for you, though.
We'll bookmark this.
Yep.
And the next time that we do this,
bummer, dude.
we're gonna pull it up. And maybe we can open up that Pro Tools session next time.
Yeah, and then like extend it to the left and see what. Fuck.
No, opening up the Pro Tools session would be a horrible idea.
Yeah, just
that's
all
a horrible
the worst,
idea.
all the worst thing, just fully canceled, just like us.
Dude, I want to give you your flowers with your pen right now. Like the songwriting on this album. Like you've always been a wordsmith, you know? Like you've always done it. But you have a way of like taking metaphors and concepts and just nailing it with incredibly fine detail.
Thank you.
And still making it feel so human and relatable. And I just want to know, like, where does the imagery and perspective of a vampire come from?
That one came from me feeling like we didn't have a song that was connecting the last era with this one. And so I was like, man, we should dive back into our pop punk bag, even though this album is kind of like a plethora of every genre. But I was outside because I was like, we should make summer drinks today and just like have a really chill studio day. And we were at Travis's, and I went outside, and this lady walked by in the sweltering heat with an umbrella. And I was like, that's so interesting. Like, why is there's no rain. And then
vampire?
I was like, she's covering herself from the sun. Whoa. And then I was like, we should write a song about the perspective of a vampire who just wants to go outside, who can never go outside. And I guess it also metaphorically like fit for all the people who are just stuck in their small town, who have bigger dreams than, you know, the current place that they're at. But I remember when I went in and I was just, you know, jokingly saying lines like I sleep against a bedroom wall, but I really started clicking with the bars when I was like, I try to touch the silver lining, try to find the silver lining, but it'll kill me if I touch. And I was like, that's like,
don't let me rot inside of this town.
Yeah,
like,
dude, totally, bro. It's just, I don't know. I love like bringing the rapper in me into rock.
Yeah. Is there a lyric that you're most proud of on the project?
I think everything on Orpheus, man, the last track of the album, you know, I had, it's funny, it says co-written by Colson Baker, who's me and Megan. I put her as a co-writer on it because some people were thinking that we wrote that in the studio together. I wrote that by myself, but I took some of the
from her poetry book,
love
right?
notes. No, like she used to call me Orpheus, and she has a poem in her poetry book called Prove It, Orpheus. And so there was this book that we wrote each other through the years of our relationship. And it's just really, really, I hadn't cracked it open in a long time, and I opened it and I was reading all these words. And so, you know, there was a couple of them that I took and I put into the song and I sang. And so that's why I was like, you know, fuck it. Like, she technically did, you know, do some writing on this. So that's why it says written by both her and I. But I mean, her pen game is low key untouchable. Like it's some of the most, like, I just cried the whole time doing that song, dude. I don't know what it was about that. And I mean, I know what it was, but just rereading like such a passionate love story, you know, all of the ups and downs. And, you know, I remember the first lines in that song is, we grew a tree back in the garden with a celestial seed that fell down to us from the stars. The celestial seed line was particularly from a night when we were mourning the passing of a miscarriage, and we wrote a letter to our baby, and we burned it outside, and the wind took it, and it spiraled the ashes of the paper, and it like the paper was like the ashes were dancing in front of us, and we were, you know, we wept and we held each other, and we went inside, and we did almost kind of like, we just kind of meditated in front of a fireplace. But dude, we opened our eyes, and there was a seed inside the house in front of us. I put this on both my daughters, bro. There was a seed like as big as the lenses of those glasses in front of us, inside of a house. We weren't outside. There's no way the seed could have got there. And it was the most unexplainable miracle, because we looked up this seed. I forgot exactly what it is, but the symbolism behind it, and the fact that it was from a tree that was not a Californian tree. And no, to this day, we can't explain it. I saved the seed, but that, you know, there's so much depth in the lines of that song. But I love, I'll cry 10,000 tears so I can swim. Came up for air, my world's froze over. Strands of your hair still on my shoulder. Gravity's pull is never stronger than my soul's cord attached to you. I'm lost, but my heart got the map to you. I think those are just really, my writing matured a lot more on this album, and I was able to paint a much more vivid picture of the unclouded, like the sober version of what my life was.
You know, I also love that we get a song like Indigo on the project, and I feel like it's just a perfect example of you putting every single fiber of your being into the music. I stopped counting my age because my face still looks the same. So instead of years, I use pain. And if that's the case, I'm 500. Like,
13,500 as I shared earlier, but yeah. No, I've
no, but you want to know what's the craziest one? And this goes back just to like the battle day. Oh, needles sew new clothes, but it's more than it seems.
Thank you. I have spoken about that line.
Crazy.
I've been looking around like, yo,
right here, bro.
No one's gonna
right here.
Needles sewed new clothes, but it's more than it seems. Bro, I'll never forget. Dude, Pete Davidson was in the room with me when I was recording that, and when I dropped that line, I was looking around like,
did anyone catch? Did anyone catch that?
Anyone? Pete probably fuck around and did, but yeah, that was. I heard my fans loud and clear, like they love Rap Kells, so he needed to be on this album. And then Femme with the great hook. She knows how to inspire. She knows how to inspire me to go to a storytelling place. I don't know what it is about like her haunting high-pitched vocals, and like she made the song originally. This was this was the only one we didn't do from scratch because she was so adamant. We did a bunch of other ones actually, and she was so adamant about this one. She made after like a sound bath, and she made it like she made this kind of like as a frequency song, like that she was gonna give to you know how if you go on playlists and it just has frequency music, this was just a frequency beat. And then it built from there. But so
do you know the frequency of like what it's supposed to evoke?
Femme would know. I'm maybe I got to be 528 or something. This one feels like I don't know. It makes me feel really one with the earth. I don't know. 528.
Grounded. You feel grounded.
Totally.
Dude, so I had Morgan and TJ from Emo Night and Grave Rave on the show yesterday, and we were talking about how you met Stephen Jenkins from Third Eye Blind at Emo Night.
At Emo Night.
Is this where the idea for Starman came from?
I had the idea for a while, and Mod called me and was like, dude, like you were telling me that you wanted to, you know, sample this. Like he's literally here at Emo Night. And so I told Morgan, I was like, please, like don't let him leave. And so I got in my car and I pulled up and he was down there, and I was like, hey man, you know, I wanted to sample this song. You're inevitably going to get a letter from a label. I don't want that to be the first way you hear about it. Like I want you to meet me and, you know, feel my presence and my love for this band. Cause Third Eye Blinds, I mean, dude, they are like top, the top, he is the top songwriter for me, top 3 ever of any, like he just spoke everything I was feeling growing up. So, and now, you know, I don't know, he's just, it's truly a prolific poet and very like prophetic for the fucked up, forgotten ones, you know? And we had a great interaction, and we exchanged numbers, and then, it took me like, it was a a long road to getting the sample. It took me a long time, and I didn't want to send him it. You know, he was
You
like,
didn't want to send him the song?
No, he was like, send me the song. I was like, nah, I gotta play it for you in person. Basically being like, because if you're saying no, I'm gonna have to in person convince you.
Yeah.
Like, we have to
We're
turn
gonna
that
talk
no
about
into a
this.
yes. You know, like, and dude, it was actually so clutch though, because we were at his friend's house, and one of his friend's daughters walked out, and she was like, dude, like classic art emo girl, like pink hair, piercings everywhere. I think she went to like New York art school. And so I was almost fearing like, okay, this goes one of two ways, you know, because I'm a divisive person. So I didn't know if she was going to be like lame or
I'm
this
emo
rocks.
girl. Yeah.
Yeah. And the song was playing, and she came out, she was like, oh, I like this. And then, you know, I think Steven was feeling the energy around. Everything was just like set up for a prime, okay, I approve. And it went through.
I mean, first and foremost, from the beginning of this one, you're talking about how you got robbed of your Beats by Dre's off 79th.
Mm-hmm.
You and I have been friends for a long time.
Yep.
I feel like you're in the right place. So I got you something, bro. Years later.
Dude.
Years later,
that's
man.
actually so clutch, bro. These Beats by Dre's.
They're Beats by Dre's. So we
My
got you
boy.
back. We got you back, man.
Wow. Hey, man, to those two dudes who were plotting on me on the train, who took my shit, I fought hard for it, though, by the way.
You earned it.
Yeah, I fought hard for it. But, hey, fuck you guys.
We got it back,
I got
baby.
the upgrade.
Yes, sir.
Oh, that's a great gift, bro. That's really cool.
I mean, dude, I love you, bro.
I love you, dog. Thank
and
you, man.
It's just been so cool, you know, just seeing all of the excitement around this project, man. Everything that you've been doing, and you said that this is taking you to like the beginning of your career again, and you've never been closer, you know, to all of the fans, everyone that's listening. And I feel like so many artists, you know, who get to a level that you've gotten to, just lose touch of the people that were there before anyone else. And you've always just kind of, I mean, you know, we look at that bandana right there, like you've always just worn it so proud. And
truly.
is there anything that you want to say to EST right now?
I mean, everyone stands together. Everyone's still together. Everyone stays together. That's the anthem. That's the motto, dude. You guys, I was pulling out of this Minneapolis pop-up yesterday, and I was looking at all these girls, all these couples, all these kids, all these parents, you know, parents too, who, by the way, maybe I knew when they were 20 years old and now they're 35, and they're with their next generation of, you know, MGK fans who are, you know, 6, 7, 8, and everyone was just, it was just smiles and like, felt like, I don't know, dude, I feel like a people's champ again, you know, and, you know, even just getting to sit here and do an interview with my boy, you know, who I've known for 15 years, and us just be able to geek out being like, damn, Orlando, like, I'll see you at Warped Tour, let's go. It's just, dude, it's like this, it's just feels like we got a scene again, man. Like the scene is, everyone just wants to belong, you know, and like, this where I belong, dude. Like I'm rocking with the one. I go where I'm celebrated, not tolerated. And this right here, they celebrate me, and they hold me down no matter what. And I always got their back no matter what. They're on the top of my mind whenever I step into a studio or whenever I leave my house. Like I always want to make them proud, dude. It feels like extended family, brothers, sisters, aunts, uncles. And, you know, I saw an 80-year-old wearing an MGK shirt the other day. So grandmas and grandpas, you know, like it's just, I don't know. We're all big one fucked up family.
You know, Maud actually played me the voice note and gave me the whole story.
Did he really?
Before the record came out. And bro, I was blown away. I mean, was there ever a thought that like maybe this is too personal, too close to home for you to put on the record?
Nah, that's how I've always won, man. I feel like that's one advantage that I have with music. You know, a lot of people can do a lot of things, but I can wear my heart on my sleeve and better than anyone I know. So that one, like, you know, it felt like my duty to do that. I mean, how many broken homes? It's so funny. Like the foundation of this fucking country at this point is broken homes. It sucks. Like, the rate of people staying together is much, much slower than, you know, than it ever was. So, I mean, you know, maybe there's some sort of learn by example of what not to do that I could give people with that one. Yeah, you know, it's funny. I don't even know why I called it treading water. It's just, I don't know. It was just like on the brink of drowning, I guess.
I've been obviously just watching everything that's been going on with Lost Americana, and you were in New York, and I think you were walking down the street, and someone asked you, like, you know, what do you do? And when you're on your phone, you said, like, I got off my phone. Like, well, what do you do? And you're like, I read books.
Yeah. I blew that interview though, T, bro. I blew that interview. The confidence guy.
Yeah.
Yeah, I sucked.
It's cool though because I watch a lot of his videos. I thought
Why
it was
did he
amazing.
have to find me, bro? Dude, I sucked on that. And also it was like, sometimes you set those up. This one I was in the middle of a phone call. I was on with an astrologer and she was telling me good and bad. And this was all happening. That's why I was like,
Yeah, you had your earbuds.
yeah, I was
you're
like, please,
taking them
hello.
out.
And he's like, dude, and everyone just ripping me in that fucking comments like, cool advice, bro. I was like, I'm sorry. I was on the fucking phone hearing about, I was hearing about fucking awful predictions. So I was not in the place, but yes, books.
Well, I mean, books, man. And, you know, look, I wouldn't be surprised if you haven't read this yet, but I got you something, a book that changed my life. And I wanted to give it to you.
Oh my God, dude.
Right here on
Marcus
the
Aurelius. Dude, I've never read this and I've wanted this
Meditations.
so bad, dude. Of course.
It's dude, it's incredible. I'm obsessed with it, and I think, you know, we can all practice a little stoicism in our lives. And dude, I knew right away. I'm like, I got to get you this book, man.
What's really telling about this too is that the book I suggested, the Lao Tzu book, the one that I have has gold leaf pages, and this also has the gold pages. It's like
I have the shitty, just like paperback one. I wanted to get you the nice one,
dude,
bro.
you snapped.
Yeah,
You snapped, dude. Wow, bro. Dude, this is my weakness is books, man. Thank you. And this is like, obviously I've known about this book for a long time. This is really cool. I don't know how I was just waiting on T Mills to fucking come along
it's
in my
yours
life
now,
and
man.
bless me with it.
It's yours now, man. No one else I'd rather give it to, brother. Kels, I want to end this with you know, kind of a loaded question, but when you think about your legacy, right, not just as an artist, but as a human, you, Colson, like, what do you hope people will say when they talk about you decades from now?
Nothing. I'm just a grain of sand amongst trillions of other energy particles floating around here. I'm just grateful to have been able to have some time here to get to know some really nice people and raise two little girls who are going to grow up, much better than I am and mean a lot more to people than I do. So I feel like I hope people, maybe if anything, I can just be a mirror to others to see in themselves what they should, which is confidence and acceptance that everything's not going to be perfect, and maybe I can be a good example of being able to stay afloat while there's still some things trying to hold you down and pull you down. And I don't know, man. I hope they say nothing.
Dude, I love you so much,
I love
man.
you too, dog.
I'm so glad we got to do this.
Me too.